Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Harmon Field as tonight the Greenville Green Wave play host to the Indians at Piqua High School. Here on Coach's Corner, head coach Bart Schmitz. Coach, we got a Piqua ball club coming in, ranked highly in the state, 5-0, 6 and they're fifth in Division II, 6-0 overall. Got our hands cut.
Yeah, I mean, Piqua's got a great ball club over there. You know, Coach Neese has been doing it, seems like forever over there. They're a tough, hard-nosed, physical football team. I know they do a lot more things that are more common in this era of football, but they still like to run the ball a lot. So we got our hands full tonight.
Coming off a win over West Carrollton last week, 2-4, and we've been in every single ball game. That's one of those things right now. It seems like we've somehow just found that way to lose. We got to get the kids so they get that way to win. We've been in every single game.
Yeah, and I think that started last week. You know, you're in a tight ball game. You know, you're up. It's tied at halftime, and you make a nice play in the second half to actually win it. So our kids are playing exciting football. They're doing things the right way. We're getting better. We just got to continue to improve. Yeah, and we need to because we got a tough gauntlet coming up here to finish the season. I know tip Troy Butler after this game with Piqua tonight. Yeah, I mean, it's the MVL. We got a tough finish to our conference schedule with all those teams, but you know we embrace the challenge, and we had a nice week of practice, and our kids are ready. We just got to go show everybody that we're capable. Yeah, and a little extra because of homecoming, a little extra excitement here. I know the parade last night. Saw you there clanging the bell on the wave wagon and everything. Excitement reigns with the homecoming thing. Yes. 3 keys to tonight's game. We got to stop the running back schmeezing. He's, you know, other than our running back, he's probably one of the best ones in the league. A tough downhill runner. And then, you know, we have to be able to sustain drives and keep their offense off the field. That's going to be a big part of this game. Then our last one, it's what we pride ourselves in, is we got to win the line of scrimmage. They're big and they're strong, so we have to get on their legs a little bit, root hog them out of there, and if we can do those 3 things, we'll be right there. Yeah. You know, I was looking and I see that they're first offensively as well as defensively here in the league, but then we're right there also. We're second offensively, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, offensively, we've had a real nice season so far. I wish sometimes we would be able to convert in the red zone a little better than what we have. But we've worked really hard in practice on getting better at that. So I mean, if our offense continues to do what they do, I think we'll have a good chance here in the fourth quarter. But that's the key. You got to get yourself in the fourth quarter with a 1-score or 2-score game and give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Injury-wise, health-wise? It's week 7, right? Everybody's dinged. Everybody's banged up. Nobody feels good right now at this point of the year. I mean, coaches too. But, we've had some injuries this year, but our kids have fought through it. We got kids playing with injuries, and we've had kids had to step up. And that, was a very apparent last night. We had to have some young kids step up. So it's the next man up mentality, and our kids handle adversity quite well. Yeah, I think the question people want to know then is Brock short shoulder. He's going to be ready to go tonight, or is that iffy or what? We're going to see what he's capable of tonight. I'll just say it as that. Okay. But that makes sense. He'll be in uniform, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. Well, hey, good luck tonight. Let's get another win here. This will be a big one. Boy, if we can knock the Indians off. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Okay. Head coach Bart Schmitz, thanks for stopping by. We'll be back in a little bit with more pregame show here as the Wave prepare to take on the Indians of Piqua High School. We'll be back in just a moment. Good evening again, everybody, and welcome once more to Harmon Field as tonight the Greenville Green Wave take on the Piqua Indians, and it's homecoming 2021. Alex Warner here doing the play-by-play. With me tonight will be Kyle Kagi with the color commentary. We're just getting ready for the introduction of this year's homecoming court. Of course, they had the big homecoming parade last night down Broadway, and always a traditional event here at Greenville High School. And we'll turn it over to PA announcer Mike Holler and pick up tonight's homecoming court. Have a little trouble picking it up, so we'll kind of talk our way through it. Going to introduce each of the Queen candidates along with their escorts. Last night, Million Bryant, a senior, was named Chief Green Wave. Big pep rally out at the band shell following the homecoming parade. And we'll have Michael Bryant along with Shane Bragg tonight working the camera as always. And hope you enjoy the introduction of this year's homecoming court. This is Carmen Bedell. Carmen is escorted tonight by senior Alex Bumgardner. You'll find out that all these homecoming Queen candidates actively involved in a lot of different organizations around the high school, both in sports,
band, any other organizations that way. This is Carmen Bedell. Once again, Alex Bumgardner escorting Carmen Bedell, first of the homecoming queen candidates this year. This is Caitlin Gonzalez. Caitlin escorted by Hayden Bush. Caitlin's a member of the track team, also a starter on the volleyball team for the Lady Wave. Caitlin Gonzalez. Then this is Caitlin Gonzalez, the second of the homecoming queen candidates. Candidate number 3 for this year's homecoming court is Kara Thompson, and she's escorted tonight by Nolan Curtis. Then this is Kara Thompson. This is queen candidate number 4, Kate Raymer, and she's escorted tonight by the newly crowned Chief Green Wave, Million Bryant. Kate Raymert, candidate number 4. 7 candidates in all, one of who will be newly crowned homecoming queen for 2021. This is Winifred Seifel. This is Winifred Seifel, and she's escorted tonight by Luke Hocker, queen candidate number 5. This is Hannah Gardner. And Hannah is escorted tonight by senior DJ Zimmer. This is Hannah Gardeman. And then finally, we'll have our last queen candidate. This is Libby McKinney, escorted by Seth Delk. Libby McKinney. Again, this is our final queen candidate, Libby McKinney, escorted by Seth Delk. And we'll have the introduction of last year's Chief Green Wave, along with last year's homecoming queen, Jacob Mayer, last year's Chief Green Wave, and then crowning the new queen will be last year's queen, Miss Kendra Arnold. And we'll have the announcement here of this year's homecoming queen. And then the introduction of last night's crowning of Chief Green Wave, that's Million Bryan, one of our wide receivers. Kate Raymert, your new homecoming queen. Quite a little honor for a senior girl. Kate Raymert, your 2021 Greenville High School homecoming queen. And we'll have Kate here, hopefully have Kate here at halftime and interview her and see how the week's gone, how excited this is for her to be wearing the crown of homecoming queen, and then also learn a little bit about her future plans. This is Kate Raymert. Kyle Kagi and I'll be back in just a minute. We'll have a pregame show here as we get ready for kickoff between the Piqua Indians and the Greenville Green Wave. You're listening to high school football here on YouTube at The Wave at GHS, and we'll be back in just a minute. Good evening, everybody. Alex Warner along with Kyle Kagi bringing you tonight's Miami Valley League matchup between the Piqua Indians and the Greenville Green Wave. Piqua comes in ranked 5th in Division II in the state of Ohio, come in with a 6-0 record. The Wave, 2-4, but have been in every ball game this year, coming off a win over West Carrollton last week. And Kyle, you and Ryan Berry had the opportunity to work that ball game last week. Good win for the Wave.
It was. The offense was starting to gel, both running and passing. We took advantage of some turnovers. We gave up an expensive turnover on the kickoff return, but I thought we played well. And not having Brock Short in there for the whole game did have an effect, particularly on the running game. But hopefully they're healthy and ready to go this week. And got two of the original MVL teams here from way back in the 20s.
Fact is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the longest running rivalry in terms of number of games played for Greenville is against the Piqua Indians, if I'm not mistaken.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Brock Short, as you mentioned, our junior running back, has 1,174 yards rushing right now, but he's going to be kind of iffy tonight if he's going to play. He had a left shoulder injury last week, correct?
Right, and we only really had him for about half the game. He got some treatment from the medical people and tried to come back in, but was really ineffective. So I'm sort of surprised to see that he is dressed. And
we'll see if he plays.
Yeah.
We'll see if he plays. Well, here's two teams ranked 1 and 2 offensively in the Miami Valley League right now. Piqua puts up 389 yards a contest offensively, while the Wave checked in second. And what did I have him here? It was like 300 and something. I've got it. I got too many notes here, folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the number 1 and 2 offensive units in the Miami Valley League right now.
Right, and like we were talking before, I don't know what type of situations Piqua scored in because they don't have a lot of yardage in the 5 games that they've played opponents in, and so I don't know if they're getting, forcing turnovers, getting a short field, being able to score in that manner. But they've scored a lot of points and have been very stingy giving them up. They've only had 20 points scored against them in 5 games. So it's a tough struggle tonight.
Well, this is going to be the start of a real tough last 4 or 5 games of the season here, 4 games in the Miami Valley League as we switch back into just the Miami, which would be the North Division of the Miami Valley League, because after tonight we've got Butler, Tip and Troy play tonight, and it doesn't get any easier here as we come down the home stretch.
No, definitely the Miami division is the stronger division of the full league here, the Valley. We've beaten a couple of teams out of that part, and I don't know that hardly any of them even have a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got a tough road to hoe in our half of the league.
Tough road to hoe, right? Now this is a Green Wave Ball Club, and talking to Coach Bart Schmitz in the pregame show, talked about how we've had steady improvement. We've got a lot of senior skill players. The young offensive line's having to come around, and it's starting to develop a little bit now.
Yeah, I see one of our big issues being in not having the depth that we'd like to have. Not only for the linemen are now learning that took over from last year's crew that graduated, but now we're going to have that same scenario come next year when all our skilled upperclassmen leave, and then we'll have the younger ones coming in with hopefully a stronger line that has gotten great experience this year, but we just can't seem to get it all to gel at one time.
Yeah. What do you think a couple of the keys to tonight's ball game if the Wave are going to hang in there with a team ranked 5th in the state in Division II?
Well, we talked about this last week, just trying to keep their offense off the field with Carrollton, and that we could burn up as much of the clock as we could, and then hopefully keep it a tight scoring game. And I don't think there's very many levels of football that they don't say that. Defense wins games, but if our offense can stay on the field and keep their offense off, and hopefully not generate turnovers so that they take advantage of, I hope to see a good game.
Right. Well, anyhow, we're glad you folks could join us tonight. We have Shane Bragg, Michael Bryan here, cameramen, as always, our producers. Always the excitement of homecoming contest here with the traditional rival, the Piqua Indians. Colin, I'll be back in just a minute. We'll take a look at some other facts and figures before the start of tonight's game. Glad you could join us again. We're adding some more here at the Wave at GHS on YouTube, and we'll be back in just a minute. Alex Warner and Kyle Kagi, glad you could join us tonight. The Wave take the field here, playing the national anthem as a Wave prepare to take on the Piqua Indians. And Kyle, as we talked about, both teams ranked 1 and 2 offensively here in the league, and some numbers we're going to call quite a bit tonight. Number 3, Josiah Medley, comes in 638 yards, a little over 8.5 yards a carry, 14 touchdowns.
TDs,
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good-sized young man. Brady Ewell's a junior, wears number 7. He's the quarterback, back for his second year starting. 35 of 48, so a high percentage pass completions, 8 touchdowns against only 3 interceptions. Coming on down through there, Bryson Roberts, number 23. Averages 6.3 yards a carry, and Uhl himself averages 7.6. So evidently they can put the ball and take it down on the ground, can't they?
Ground or in the air.
Yeah. Deshaun Roberts is another name you're going to hear quite a bit. He's number 2. He has 11 receptions for 178 yards, over 16 yards of reception. And then Corey Miller, 13 catches for 156 yards, 12-yard
average.
Yeah, 12 yards per reception. Wave, on the other hand, come in tonight. Brock Short, again, we mentioned, 1,174 yards to pace the Wave attack, but going to be doubtful, and we'll see. Is he back to receive?
Yeah.
Going to be back as the Wave receive. Yep, Million Bryant and Brock Short will be back. This will be Jackson Tremblay to kick off the Indians in the away white jerseys with the navy pants, the navy helmets, and red numerals. Wave, of course, in the home forest green, or hunter green, I should say, and white. And so the Wave will defend the north goal. Piqua set to kick it off. Glad you could join us here at Miami Valley League action in the Miami division or the north. All the festivities of homecoming are over. Congratulations to homecoming queen Kate Raymond. And Tremblay puts his team down, and here we go. Beautiful night for high school football, Friday Night Lights here on YouTube.
It's in the end zone.
Yeah, banged it. You know, I've noticed quite a bit. Some of these high school kids now are really banging it. You know, back in the day, right? If you got the ball kicking straight on back when you played, like if it got to the 20-yard line, most likely, right?
Definitely.
Anyhow, kickoff time here. Temperature in the low 70s right now, and just no wind whatsoever. Hey, I noticed here, in addition to homecoming festivities, we've got food trucks parked there.
Quite a festivities out there on Harmon Drive.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be Hayden Bush at quarterback, and Brock Short is going to run and gets the handoff, tries to kick outside, makes a little move, and picks up about long 4, maybe call it 5 yards. Be interesting to see how he holds in there with that shoulder.
Yeah, I had someone mention that they thought that one of Piqua's key goals for tonight is to make certain that Mr. Short doesn't and is not productive with his running tonight.
Wait,
they had great pursuit on that first play.
That's offside against Piqua, number 67 for the Indians. Jumped a little bit right there. That was Caleb Lyons, a 6'4", 291-pound senior, and he jumped, and that just gives the Wave a first down here at the 30-yard line. Got some big boys on Piqua's line, both offensively and defensively.
And the Indians aren't lacking size.
No, they're not lacking size. Wave had receivers split wide left, Bryant in motion, and this is going to be Bush. Hayden Bush plows ahead and picks up about 4. Like I say, one of the keys here is trying to maintain possession of the football, correct? Keep Piqua's offense off the field?
That's what I would consider a key goal tonight, to be as productive as we can offensively and make certain we're scoring. But keep their offense off the field.
Well, this was 2nd and 6, the ball at the Wave 34-yard line. Bart Schmidt's sending the play in, and they're taking their time. I think you're going to see them run the time or play clock down quite a bit.
Down to 15 seconds. So, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Could be part of the strategy.
That's right. Keep that clock moving. Here's Short. Nice cut. Bounces back, and boy, that's a hard couple 3 yards, isn't it? He got pounded. Number 8, you're going to hear quite a bit tonight. That is Sam Schmeezing, leads the team with 38 tackles. Another one would be number 85, and 85 is Landon Hare. Landon Hare's dad's the athletic director over at Piqua, Chip Hare.
Defensive end on the right side of their defense.
Mm-hmm. Chip Hare,
We've been running into the short side of the field here, but their pursuit is fast.
Yeah, there's a reason they're ranked 5th in the state right now. Well, let's see. The Wave have taken 2 minutes off the clock, moved it from their own 20 out to the Wave 37. They have a 3rd and 4.
Pass.
This is Bush. Has his
Million
man
got a
for a first down. Nice.
Million Bryant.
Million had a good game last week, right?
He did. I thought he played well both offensively and defensively.
Million's had 22 receptions coming in tonight for 305 yards, averaging almost 14 yards a catch.
But they're going to go quick offensive. They lined right up very, very fast, and now we're waiting for the play, though.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's what Bart Schmitz is looking down at the play clock. They want to take as much time off as they can. Well, let's see if we picked up 2 first downs, have a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Yeah, Bush fakes it, keeps it. Nice run.
Almost to midfield.
Hayden Bush last week, if I'm not mistaken, with the injury to Brock Short, he and Ryan Crampton started handling most of the ball carrying duties there, along with Nolan Curtis. 2nd and 3, the ball just rests right on the 50-yard line.
Last week they had some good success with a little bit of isolation running inside.
Mm-hmm.
They ran.
Here's Short. Going to get the first down, turns it upfield, and takes it down to about the 42-yard line. Another first down. Well, Greenville just steadily moving the ball downfield, aren't we?
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's all the way to the 41-yard line.
Quick on the line again.
That's 3 first downs for the Wave. Yeah, they were lining up fast, and then all of a sudden we're starting to wait to get the play in, aren't we?
I just wonder what commands they're giving that the line knows what they're blocking. All the ball handlers are watching the coach, but none of the linemen are.
Piqua runs a 4-man defensive front here. This is Bryant. And Bush keeps it, piles ahead. Good hard running by the 6'4 senior. Picks up maybe 3 yards down to the Piqua 38-yard line. You know, Ty, I'm so used to Ty. This is Kyle. I just read an article in Sports Illustrated where it seems like more and more of the offensive and defensive lines now, the linemen are going in an up stance instead of down, in a 3-point stance. They figure it's going to reduce a lot of the head injuries because of helmet-to-helmet hitting. And it also gives them a little better visibility and kind of, move people around.
Well, so much of it's passing anymore.
Right.
And the blocking rules, I think, have changed definitely since way back when we were in school.
Right. This is going to be short. Boy, that's a tough going there. Well, the junior got to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Yeah, when you pick up over 1,000 yards in the first 5 games of the season, you're pretty much going to be a marked man the rest of the way out, right?
Yeah, if he is. They know to look for number 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But with what you're saying, I think Piqua's, having only given up 3 touchdowns all season.
They've given up 20 points for the year. And they're 6-0. Really, they've only played 5 games. They had a forfeit over, West Carrollton? I think it was.
West Carrollton.
Yeah, 1-0 is how that's scored.
Yeah, 1 by 4.
But they're averaging almost 46 points a game, and or over 47 a game, I should say. Run it, Hayden. You got room, buddy. Boy, they closed that quickly, didn't they? So Hayden Bush looked like he had a little green there in front of him, and all of a sudden Piqua came over and tackled that time by number 22, was it?
Tate Adams.
Yeah, Tate
22.
Adams, yeah.
6'2", 218 defensive lineman. Yeah,
well, the Wave going to go for it here, and they might as well. It's at the 37 of Piqua, and it's 4th and 6. First 4th down situation here. And again, Greenville milking that clock, taking it down to 5 seconds, and probably going to call a timeout here. Let's see. Or are they going to delay a game, and then they're going to go ahead and take the penalty and then punt? Yep.
Took the penalty.
Now, is Piqua going to take the penalty? Yep, delay a game. I'll tell you what, Ty. Took half of the first quarter off the play clock, or off the game clock. 6 minutes and 8 seconds left, and a nice drive from their own 20 all the way down to the Piqua 37, and now the 5-yard penalty moves it back, and this is Nolan Curtis to punt.
Deshaun Roberts deep, and 12 is was Braden Strayer.
Knowlton Curtis averaging almost 36 yards a punt. Nice punt this time.
Over to the side. Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, Greenville kid ran right into was that Drayshawn Roberts that caught the punt?
Yeah, tried to.
Yeah, tried to. He got leveled before the ball got there. Well, that's going to cost us 15 most likely.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really nice punt, too. Kind of put it down in the coffin corner there. He received it around the 7-8 yard line.
Yeah, he was
and then got
between the
leveled.
numbers and the sideline. Yeah, that was a nice punt.
That was a great punt, but we were a little too eager there, and unfortunately, that's going to cost us 15 yards, I'm assuming. Well, we'll pick up some numbers here now. As we mentioned earlier, Piqua, this is a high-powered offense. They're going to set up shop here, see where they're going to mark the ball here, Kyle.
Yeah, they got Medley ready to be in the backfield, as well as Roberts. They're both out there.
And Brady Uhl. That's O-U-H-L, Uhl. Well, the ball's going to be put in play at the Piqua 24, 1st and 10. So the Indians, let's see what kind of offense they have tonight. That's going to be Medley right up the middle. Good tackle inside there after a gain of about 4.
Crampton on the tackle, and maybe Curtis. I'm not certain who this second person was.
Okay.
Crampton made first hit.
DJ Zimmer, one of the stalwarts of our defensive unit, has to come off because his helmet came off on the very first play. At least I hope that's what it is, or he's flexing his knee. He hurt that knee in the first game and had to sit down a couple, didn't he?
Yeah. Running wide.
This is Roberts trying to cut. No, I'll take that back. That's number 4. That was Corey Miller with it. Takes it up to the 35, and that'll be a Piqua first down. Kyle, you take a look at that offensive line for Piqua. There's some big kids out there right now. My goodness.
Left guard's 6'4", 291, just to give you one example.
Yeah. Well, this is 1st and 10. Uhl with it. Looks out, has a man open. Doesn't hit him. Yeah, because he had 2 receivers out there. Either one of them were open, and it fell harmlessly to the turf in between, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
We did have a little bit of a rush there, forced him to throw maybe a little sooner than he wanted.
So the wave out there, Zimmer's back in. You got Alex Bumgardner in there, Million Bryant. We'll pick up names and numbers. You're familiar with most of them. Now Jacob Barr's out there, and then deep in the backfield here is Nolan Ellis. Oh, Medley's hammered right there.
They had Bush, Ty Bush, and Bumgardner.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to make it 3rd and 9. So an incomplete pass, and then holding Josiah Medley, who's number 2 in the MVL in rushing thus far this year, to just a yard on that. And big 3rd down play here, early going. We've got 4:40 to go here in the first quarter of a scoreless game. First possession for Piqua.
Passing down here, 3rd and 9. Going.
This is Uhl, has him open and hits him. And takes it across the 50-yard stripe into Greenville territory. Nice pass and a nice run that time.
Skirted down the sideline, stayed in bounds.
Yeah, it goes all the way down to the way of 41, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Indians. Here's Medley on a quick tempo. Yeah, boy, 41 yards. There's wave players all over the place, and Josiah Medley with a 41-yard touchdown run. Tell you, he's quick when he hit the hole, didn't he?
Yep, there was no. Our pursuit had angles on him, and nobody could catch him.
Well, it took about 1 minute and 38 seconds for the Indians to move from their own 24, 76 yards in about 5 plays, and they quickly take a 6-0 lead. Well, this is going to be Jackson Tremblay, who's 32 of 34. That's a lot of extra point kicks attempts, isn't it? 32 of 34, and 35. I assume 33 of 35. Well, with 4:21 to go here in Miami Valley League play, Piqua jumps out over the wave, 7-0. Kyle and I'll be back in just a moment here with the kickoff. 7-0 Piqua after a 76-yard drive in 5 plays, and Josiah Medley took care of the last 41, a quick burst off left guard, and this is Tremblay to kick off. Bryant and Short back, and that's going to go in the end zone again. Oh, way in the end zone that time. The young man's got a pretty good leg there, doesn't he?
Yep, there. Well, part of what we talked about happened. We kept the ball for a long time, but did not score, which was what we were hoping wouldn't happen.
Right.
And unfortunately, they scored way too quickly.
Yeah, we did everything right. Held the ball for 6 minutes, then stalled out down here, and it didn't help when we had the 15-yard penalty on the punt. That gave Piqua a little breather. Remember, else we had him pinned back inside the 10. I don't know if that made any difference or not. Well, here's the way, 1st and 10. This is Bush, and that's going to be Crampton.
That's a late hit.
Yeah. And takes it out to the 26-yard line, picks up 6.
Gain. Yeah.
We've moved the ball.
I noticed last week that Hayden is getting much better at reading the option, knowing when to get, when to pull it.
So this is going to be Bush. Out here also, number 17 spread wide is Jack Royer, a sophomore wide receiver. And so Bush in the shotgun, Crampton beside him, and Brock Short behind the quarterback. Down to 3:42. Uh-oh. Yeah, ball was tipped that time. He's looking out here for Royer or Short and had it knocked down. Hey, might mention some other big ball games going on around the league tonight. Probably the main one, other than this one, is going to be Troy and Tip. Both those teams trying to move up in the standings here in the Miami division of the MVL. Then a huge game here in the county tonight as Tri-Village Patriots at 5-1 host the Arcanum Trojans, who are undefeated at 6-0 in Western Ohio Athletic Conference play. Well, here we go. 3rd and 4, ball at the Wave 26. Nice pass, Bryant. Picks up the first down. That was a pretty simple pattern. Just put him in motion, cut him upfield, and had a little, 7-8 yard pass. Picks up the first down.
They did a nice job last week with, did he break his helmet?
Helmet's flying off left and right. I set the chains, 3:29, clock moving. So the Wave have picked up 4 first downs here in the first quarter so far. Ball at the Wave 35.
Oh, we have Zim in.
Yeah, Bush fakes it, takes it, has a nice run.
Yeah.
They're doing good with that, isn't he?
I was impressed last week.
Yeah.
Can we have him back next year?
Well, this is the second year of starting, so he took over for Tyler Bikey. Of course, Tyler was a 3-year starter at quarterback. Ball's out at the 42 of the Wave, and
Crampton's coming back in. Zimmer went out. Million Bryant's back in.
well, we mentioned earlier this is a young Wave line. Truman Nicholas at center, then has some youth there on either side of him. It's developed as the season's gone on. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, this is going to be Bush for another first down. Takes it out right at the midfield stripe, and second first down of this drive. So everything's clicking. We're just going to have to stop Piqua, I guess, when they get the ball, huh?
Stop them and make sure we get through the red zone.
Exactly. Well, the play clock starts back at 40 seconds again. There's only 2:18 to go here in the first quarter, and everything we're doing right now is taking time off that clock. How come they haven't started the clock here, Kyle?
I don't know if the officials are talking to each other. I don't know. They're just getting ready to start the clock.
Yeah. Well, we've got 40 seconds on the play clock. Gosh, we can take this thing all the way down to about minute and 35
it's not
seconds.
Running yet. It wasn't a timeout, was it?
Not that I know of. Yeah, now they're trying to wind the clock.
Running.
Yeah, there we go.
I felt sorry for us. It's a little extra time.
Get a little extra time, catch your breath. First and goal at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. And this is going to be Bush keeping it and picks up another 3. So this has been the Hayden Bush drive here, other than the pass to Million Bryant and one short run by Brock Short.
Well, as we said, we're probably going to see minimal carries by Brock just to...
Yeah, protect him for the rest of the season, yeah.
but the times he's carried, I mean, he's done all right. They're pursuing and making it tough for him to get the corner turned.
Right. Piqua's a pretty quick ball club, too. It's going to be tough to turn the corner. I think they do a great job of pursuit. Well, this is 2nd and 7. We're down to a minute and 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Okay, Baumgartner crossed in motion.
Ooh, just a little low. Had Million Bryan open about the 41-yard line. That would have been short of a first down, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Hayden Bush under a little bit of pressure that time.
Yeah, it's number... Yeah, is that Baker, number 1 for us?
Dominic Baker.
Dominic Baker. He had a nice game last week, had some interceptions.
Yes, he's tied for 2nd in the league with 2 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. This is Bush, back to pass. Whoa. Yep. That just was a little bit out of sync there. Tried to hit short on the swing pass out here, and off his fingertips, and
force a punt.
Number 23 from Piqua came up and introduced himself to Brock Short that time. Bryson Roberts gave him a little shot right there. Well,
they're very physical.
Yeah. 7-0 Piqua, 1:05 to go here first quarter, and Nolan Curtis back to punt for the second time. Had a really nice punt the first time, getting some pressure, got it out of there, and this is going to be Roberts with it. Uh-oh. Oh, nice tackle that time because Roberts was ready to pop that thing.
Jacob Barr.
Yeah, Jacob Barr. Jacob Barr is a senior starting to get some playing time this year. He's kind of languished on the bench a little bit. The young man stuck with it and getting some time on the field on Friday nights there. First down for Piqua now. Their second possession starting at the 42-yard line. If you just tuned in, Piqua's first possession, they started at 24, and 5 plays later, they were in the Greenville end zone thanks to a 41-yard touchdown run by Josiah Medley. This is Uhl and shotgun. And this is Medley again. Nice run up the middle, takes it to the midfield stripe. I'll take it back. That was Tanner Kemp that time. That wasn't Medley. 2nd and 2.
Twins to the short side of the field.
Uhl's going to go for the bomb. Turn around. Oh, that's going to be PI. Yeah, that's going to be PI. Had coverage that time. Was number 12. Was that Michael Crampton? Yeah, he got tangled up a little bit with the receiver there, and they called defensive pass interference. That's a nice pass by Uhl that time. Just a little too much hands-on action there in the defensive backfield, wasn't it?
Yeah, he stayed with him.
Yeah.
And I think he saw the kid look back for the ball, and then I think he was trying to get they call it off?
Oh, did they wave that off? They waved it off. Wow. Well, that's, well, the officials got together and talked it over. Where's our slow-mo instant replay up here? That's what I want to know. This play's under further review.
Yeah.
Or under no review whatsoever. With 26 seconds left, and so that makes it 3rd and 2 now at the 50-yard line. And this is Tanner Kemp, and he picks it up easily and breaks loose. Wow, he broke a couple tackles. He was stopped back here about the 43, 44-yard line. Tanner Kemp takes it all the way down to the wave 29-yard line. Wow, he picked up an extra 14 yards after his initial contact.
I think Nolan Curtis saw a freight train there.
Kemp is a 6'1", 185-pound senior.
Yeah, penalty.
Oh, they're bringing it back, huh? Yeah, takes it all the way back.
Still got a first down.
Well, it's going to be a first down, so it was a, dead ball? Foul. They brought it clear back to the 45-yard line. Yeah, so 15-yard penalty. What, personal foul after the play was over? Here's Uhl.
Oh, he's...
wide open. That's number 9.
Is that Robert?
That's Colton Booker, 6'2", 194. Down to 9 seconds left as they take the ball down to the wave 24-yard line. 9 seconds left, clock starts. This might be, this will be the last play of the first quarter if they get it off for sure, and they do. This is Kemp with it, pounds ahead. Picks up maybe 3 down to about the 27-yard line or 22-yard line. And that'll wrap up the first quarter of MVL action here. Piqua with a 7-0 lead. And we'll be back in a little bit as they switch ends of the field. Once again, Piqua 7, Greenville 0. Second quarter action about to come your way. The team switch ends of the field here. And so Piqua with a 2nd and 8 at the Wave 22-yard line here, leading 7-0. Alex Warner along with Kyle Kage, glad you could join us here. The Wave at GHS. Here's Yule's pass. Boy, nice pass. It picked out of there by Schmeezin, and there's a flag.
Crampton. I don't see any flags. Oh, yeah, right over here.
Yeah, got a flag down here. And we apologize. There's a post right in the way, so we might lose part of the end zone here. We're really cramped in the press box tonight, and our camera angle is not going to be the greatest. So what did they call here?
The back.
Okay. Well, that moves it back. Schmeezin got down inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and that'll move it back to the 18-yard line. Well, we got a break there, didn't we?
Well, let's hope. Whoa.
Huh?
I think you're on my wire.
Well, this will make it a 2nd, and we will call it 4 at the 18. This is Yule.
Dive.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's a touchdown there. Camp, did he get in?
Nope.
No, just a little short.
Short knocked him out. Knocked him out of bounds.
We've had Josiah Medley after he had that touchdown run. Now they've switched to this Tanner Kemp, and he's run well, hasn't he? Boy, takes it all the way down close to the Wave 1-yard line. They're going to go quickly here, it looks like. So 1st and goal at the 1, and Katie barred the door if this goes in. And this Kemp comes up a little short.
I don't know. Yeah, he got it.
To get in? Uh-oh, and then we have a penalty out
53.
here. There's a flag here where we had to pick a player lost his helmet. Well,
Wyatt
Kemp.
Dobbins.
Yeah. Was that Kemp that took it in that time? Yeah, picked up 1 yard and pounds it in. Piqua goes up 13-0. 11:39 left here in the first half. Yeah, they went pretty quick up tempo there when we got it down there in that 1st and goal at the 1 and put it in there. And then there was a little action here after the play out here on the right side, and I don't know if that was against Greenville or is it going to be against Piqua. A Piqua player lost his helmet.
He looked like he was upset.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, so it's against number 53 of Piqua.
Yeah.
And so that will move the ball back 15 yards on the kickoff, so they'll be kicking off from fairly deep. So that should hopefully give us a decent field position here. Well, this is Tremblay on to kick the extra point. He hit his first one. He's 33 of 35 tonight. Veteran coach Bill Neeson, I think the 29th year is the head coach over there, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been there a long time.
He's been there a long time. This is Oolda.
Assistant to eventually head coach.
Well, boy, bang through it. Looked like it's going to go through the Kona ice truck out there. It's good, and it's 14-0. Hey, you know what? We got a chance. Let's talk a little bit about the officials here tonight. Officials tonight, the referee is Andrew Davis. Chip Ordeens, the umpire. Travis Gilbert, the head linesman. Our line judge is Ryan Guggenbiller. And our back judge is Rain Hoyne. And always good to welcome officiating crews here to Harmon Field, because if we didn't have the officiating crews, we wouldn't have a ball game, would we?
Nope, they keep it going. Keep it regulated and keep people on their toes.
I know there's always a shortage of officials, not only in football, but just about any sport right now. And so it's always
like a lot of things. I heard RAD Aaron Schaefer talking about that a lot of the pay has been raised for
trying to attract more play or more officials.
More people to do it.
Yeah, I know. Well, 14-0, so Greenville's dominated time of possession. Unfortunately, we're down 2 scores right now, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I keep saying that. I think they've got quite an arsenal of runners here that they're going to keep them all fresh.
Yeah, just rotate them through. Well,
let's see, can this kid get it to the end zone?
Well, he's kicking off from the 25 instead of the
he may be
40-yard line. Yeah, well, let's see. How about the guy, that Justin Tucker for the Ravens, that hit a 66-yard field goal to beat the Lions over the weekend?
Did you like how it went over?
Yeah, bounced hit the crossbar and bounced over. Well, he's not going to get the end zone this time, but it comes down to the 17, and Brock Short. See if he gets outside here. Boy, nice tackle. What a nice tackle by Piqua that time. As Short tried to turn the corner. Get up, Brock. Hey. Let's see. That's Braden Bear, is that what it said? Braden Strayer. Well, whatever it was, that was a beautiful tackle in the open field. Short tried to turn the corner and just a little quicker than some of the teams we've played this year. Hey, you know, one team we played this year, you know, remember the opening game we had Eaton in here? Had the ball down with less than 15, 20 seconds to go. Chance to tie at 25-18. Threw an interception. They ran it back. They beat us 32-18. Pick was ranked third in the state division.
Oh, Eaton is.
Eaton is. Yeah, Eaton's ranked third in the state Division 4 right now. And Crampton doesn't get too much that time. Going to be no gain. It'll bring up a second down at the Wave 23-yard line. 11:20 to go here in the first half. Wave trail 14-0.
Hey, Zimmer's taking in the play for Royer.
You know, DJ Zimmer just not quite 100%, I don't think, quite yet with that knee that he injured in the first game. In fact, he missed, the second game? And did he miss the third game also?
I thought so.
Yeah.
I'm sort of surprised he even came back the way they were talking. They thought that injury was bad enough that he'd be done. But
yeah, he's played the last several games. So, well, this is Bush, 2nd and 10. Going to roll out here, has the pitch outside.
Crampton, nowhere to go.
Boy, there's like 6 jerseys wearing white Piqua collars right there. That's got to be a helpless feeling. Mr. Crampton turned that upfield, and all of a sudden he looked at a wall of white.
Yeah,
looked like a Penn State University whiteout type of thing. 3rd and 10. Well, those two plays didn't garner much in the way of yardage for the Wave. 3rd and 10, other than the clock keeps moving. Tell you what, we're going to get the first half in before we really need the lights here, aren't we? It's that quick.
Yeah. Well, there hasn't been much passing.
Not enough to keep him out of the game, but trio.
I got trips to the right, to the wide side of the field.
Well, it's 3rd and 10. Let's see if we can hold out the rush enough to give Hayden. No, it collapsed, and boy, that's number
85.
85 for Piqua. That's Landon Hare.
Yeah.
I mentioned, we said a little bit about his dad's the athletic director over there, Chip Hare. And, of course, Chip Hare was a really good ball player for University of Dayton at 6'10".
Oh.
Yeah, Chip Hare.
So wasn't he the basketball coach there at one time, too?
I don't know if he coached the basketball team. He's been the athletic director there for quite a while. He was at Edison State. Well, this brings up a 4th and 12. Curtis for the 3rd time.
A good punt.
Yeah, and there's not going to be a return. That's the way to let it go. Well, that goes dead at the pick with 31, so 23 and 19, 42-yard punt with no return. We'll take that about every time. No, I'll take that back. 27. Well, I'll figure that out. Higher math here. 27 and 19, 46-yard punt with no return. Well, thus far, Piqua's had 2 possessions and pretty much moved the ball at will, didn't they?
Yeah, we don't have
an answer right now. Wave came in.
They've done it both pass and run, but the running game has
hurt us. Yeah, Wave came in ranked 7th in the league defensively. Piqua first offensively and first defensively. So
they got motion. There's a dive this side.
Yeah, this is Medley with it, I think, isn't it? A good gang tackle that time. Tackle in there by.
Yeah, it was.
Who's that number?
Bryson Roberts.
Right. Okay. Was that Roberts with it that time?
Yeah, he carried the
23.
ball.
Okay. Well, he's the 3rd featured running back because the first drive was Medley, the second drive was Kemp, and now they've got Roberts in there. Like you said, they're just rotating them through, keeping them fresh.
Pass.
This is Deshaun Roberts, and he's got too much speed for the Wave, and this is going to be a 66-yard touchdown play on a slant over the middle. And Deshaun Roberts took it to the house, just outraced us, got the corner, and that's all she wrote. Wow. Well, it's 20-0 here with 8:32 to go, and Piqua flashing the weapons that have made him ranked number 5 in the state, aren't they?
Yeah. Crampton, I think, was supposed to be covering him. He's
got a step or two
he lost
behind.
Crampton after about 5 yards.
Mm-hmm. Then he turned on the afterburners, and well, this is going to be Tremblay again. 2 for 2 tonight. And
That makes it 21-0. Piqua Indians.
well, it's good. 21-0. 8:32 to go here in the first half. And Piqua, 3 possessions, 3 scores. Kyle and I'll be back in just a minute with the kickoff. Well, Piqua with a 21-0 lead here with 8:32 to go in the first half. Quick strike offense, 3 possessions, and Kyle, like you said, for the season, Piqua doesn't pick up a lot of first downs because they they don't need to. This is Tremblay, bangs it this time from the 40, and oh my, that young man's got a pretty good leg, doesn't he?
Yeah, that only went a yard into the end zone. Took something off of it.
Yeah, backed off just a little bit, didn't he?
Probably trying to sucker one of our kids into catching and seeing what they can get.
Well, they've got to start at their own 20-yard line here on the touchback. You know, we've piled up some yardage, but like you said, we can't sustain a drive enough to get down deep into Piqua territory, and so then we punt it away, and boom, 2 or 3 plays later, Piqua takes it to the house. Well, they have twin receivers split right and left. Here's a pass out here, and it goes through the hands of Jack Royer. Pass was there, just didn't squeeze it.
Yeah, it was a little high, but he's probably hearing footsteps.
Yeah, he got banged pretty good right after the ball went off of there. Well, it only took 3 seconds off the play clock there, off the game clock. That's not exactly what we wanted. Yeah, now you're behind the chains a little bit, right? 2nd and 10.
3 wideouts. Got
Piqua plays what, a four-man defensive front, just 3 down.
Oh dear.
Boy, they came in on Hayden Bush that time. Oh yeah, I was gonna say they were on Hayden Bush almost before he got to snap that time. Then he was wrestled to the ground after the play stop. They're going to call an unnecessary roughness penalty on Piqua. That'll give us a first down, won't it?
Yeah, I think they had blown the whistle, obviously, when he had stopped progressing. Well, he wasn't progressing, but stopped.
Right.
And they pushed him back further and knocked him down.
Yeah, unnecessary roughness, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, and that gives the Wave a first down. That's the second first down we've had on penalties tonight, if I remember right.
Yeah, they got to listen for the whistle.
And the ball moves out to the 30-yard line.
Okay, Short takes the play in.
Yeah.
Clock's running.
Yeah, we had a 5-yard loss, basically turned into a 10-yard gain after the whistle that time.
This is their ISO play to the right here. No, it's an option.
Yep. See if Brock Short can get outside. Gets about 4 yards. You know, the first couple games, Brock Short was able to turn the corner and pick up big yards. Pick was not letting him turn the corner very quickly, are they?
I'd say their sideline pursuit is
really good. Well, that's going to be a 2nd and 6 now.
Holy cow, how many receivers we got over here? They're running all over the place. We had 4. Now
looks good, like the Canadian Football League. We got like 8 players in motion, don't we? Now we're set. So it's 2nd and 6, the ball at the Wave 34-yard line. You ever watch that Canadian Football League? It looks like a Chinese fire drill out there.
A long time ago since I've seen that.
And I probably offended some people. I'll take that back. It looks like a fire drill out there.
There's probably not very many Canucks down here listening to this.
That's probably right. Well, it's timeout, 7:17 to go there. Wave after this, next week, go over to Butler. And, you know, you take a look at the standings, Kyle, and, you know, like I said, Tip and Troy matched up tonight. Tip 5-1, Troy 3-3, and then Butler at 3-3. I'm trying to remember who they are. I want to say they're playing Fairborn. That's a tough situation for Fairborn. They've got a really
No,
young ball
they're,
club. Are they? Where is
Butler? I think they're getting a. Is it?
Oh, they had the week off?
Yeah, they had the week
Oh,
off.
because Stebbins. Ah,
They
boy.
had forfeit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got forfeit play from Xenia tonight or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's been a couple forfeits that way, and it's just, COVID-related stuff. It is, you think last fall, now again this fall, it just seems like it goes on and on, huh?
At least they're not getting fined like the pros are.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'll miss a game check. Well, Greenville, after the timeout, comes back in here, trailing 21-0. Ball at their own 34-yard line, 2nd and 6 with 7:17 to go here in the first half.
Got the dive, wasn't a
Boy.
dive fake, and he got crunched. Poor Crampton got.
Yeah, he barely got the handoff, and then he was smacked down there. It looked like a belly smacker right there, didn't it, off the diving board. Speaking of a dive play, yeah.
Yeah, I think our O-line is finding out just how much more they have to improve.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, this is 3rd down and 9 after a 3-yard loss. Back to the 31, and you're right, Mr. Crampton got the ball, and then he was on the ground before he knew what hit him there.
But that's, for our kids, that's about trying to block college down
Yeah,
line.
there's a big kids there on the front line for Piqua. Just a really nice ball club that Bill Neese has put together here in his 29th year. That's it. Hey, you're going to get a first down out of this. How about Hayden Bush pulling it down and takes it across out to about the 40-yard line, 41-yard line? That's
you get any extra points if you score more first downs than the opponent. Is it worth 3 or anything?
Oh, and it's going to come back. That's too bad. Called holding, I believe. No, that's too bad. That's a 10-yard penalty from spotting the foul. And instead of having the first down out at their own 41, it's going to back them up now. It's going to be 3rd and almost, well, where did they spot it? Down at the 20? Yeah. It's going to be 3rd and 20. Boy, that hurt. That was a nice run by Hayden Bush, too. Hayden Bush got a little more quicks than you give him credit for at 6'4",
Yeah, he hasn't hit. I wonder if he just doesn't have time to find anybody.
Yep.
For the passing game.
Yeah, he picks up a hard 4 yards there. Ran about 25 yards to pick up 4, and this will bring 4th and 16 at the wave 24. As the clock continues to run, we're reaching the halfway mark here in quarter number 2.
Yep, time to punt.
Nolan Curtis, this will be, I think, punt number 4, if I'm not mistaken. You're right, Kyle. We can pick up some first downs, but we can't sustain anything enough to really pin them deep or, take much more time off the clock.
And I think our kids are going to start to wear down after a...
Yeah, right.
Okay, got
this
that
is picked up at the 47-yard line
nice
and wrestled in. Yeah, good coverage. About a 6-yard return, if I'm not mistaken, by Piqua that time.
that was Dominic Baker.
Dominic Baker, a senior, wears number 1. He has to wear a single-digit number because he only weighs about 110 pounds. In the program, they've got 5'9", 105 for a senior. But he, like I say, he's had 2 interceptions this year. He's made a lot of tackles. If he just flipped the 0 and 5, at least get him to 150. Well, this is Piqua. 5:36 to go, second quarter. Ball at the wave 45. Uh-oh.
Quick pass. Oh, dear. Number 4.
Oh, got tripped up. Good play that time. Yeah, Million Bryan got a hand on that. And that's a gain of about 8. It's a good thing he tripped him up because if not, that might have gone to the house.
They got 4 wide outs.
Mm-hmm. That was Miller with the carry that time. This is Roberts in motion.
Quick dive. Nice tackle.
We got a flag.
Million Bryant stepped down and filled that.
Looks like holding here. Came in. It's going to go against Piqua.
That's okay.
Let's see, holding call against Piqua. Number 56 that time was Braden Soliday, a 6'1", 290-pound junior. When you're 291 pounds, it's hard to hide from the officials out there, isn't it?
Oh.
So 5:03 left. Piqua now has a 2nd and 13 back at the Wave 48-yard line.
4 wideouts again. Quick pass.
Quick pass. Oh. Kind of fooled everybody there. It was number 11, Elijah Frazier, that caught the pass, but it almost looked like it went
right over that Deshaun
Roberts' head. Yeah.
I don't know if that was planned or he just couldn't.
Well, they only gained
Yard?
about, yeah.
No,
they gained about
penalty.
4 yards, yeah.
Penalty there before.
That's going to be 3rd and 9, and timeout going to be called by Piqua. So 4:21 left here in the first half. Piqua up 21-0, and a timeout by Bill Neese and his staff. It's 3rd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
He will be.
Got some big college games coming up here this weekend. Ohio State goes to Rutgers, if I'm not mistaken. And, hey, I got to congratulate you, Mr. Bowling Green himself, after the Falcons went up to Minneapolis, took care of Big Ten Minnesota Gophers.
That's
wow.
Right. And won 2 in a row, which is hasn't happened.
I was going to say, those wins have come few and far between, haven't they?
Unfortunately, yeah. Falcons have had issues.
But anyhow, yeah, went up there to Minnesota and stuck them 14-10. So good win, not only for Bowling Green, but for the Mid-American Conference. All right, 21-0 here, 4:21 and 3rd and 9 at the Wave 44.
Got a little isolation run going here.
Hell, handoff, nice run inside the 40. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4. And with the carry that time was number 15, and that number 15 is Kai Warner. No relation, I might add. Well, you going to go for it? Sure. 4th and 4, ball 39-yard line. Why not? Clock continues to run down to 3:50 here in the second quarter.
I don't think they'll throw it.
Nope.
Oh, dear.
Nice run. If he gets outside, this could go to the house and steps out of bounds. That's number 3 with it that time. That was Medley. So he's back in.
20.
From the 39 all the way down to the, 15-yard line? Nice 24-yard gallop that time.
Michael Crampton knocked him out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. Stepped out of bounds, so the clock hasn't started. And this is Uhl with it. Pass out here. No, nice catch and good tackle by two-way there.
Down to the 5.
Yeah. That was Barr along with Baker that time. All the way down to the 5, and that's going to be a 1st and goal now for the Piqua Indians as they try to score for the 4th time here tonight. And touchdown here about put this game on ice, won't it? I hate to say that in the second quarter, but it's true. Well, Medley pounds in, gets stood up there. Nice job defensively that time, by the way. That'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Had Alex Bumgardner in there. Let's see who else in on the tackle. DJ Zimmer in there, yeah.
I think even Dominic Baker, but I think the skinny guy was even in there.
This is going to be 2nd and goal at the 4. Uhl.
Quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback keeper. Boy, there wasn't anybody there, was there?
No.
Well, that makes it 27-0, 2:56 to go here in the first half. Might mention we've been joined up in the press box here by this year's homecoming queen, Kate Raymert. And if you hang around a few minutes, Kate, we'll get you on, okay? Congratulations, by the way. Yes, great. Well, Tremblay's going to wear out his leg here pretty soon. He's on for his 4th extra point here already.
To miss one, just make it interesting.
Well, you think he'd go to maybe not Kona Ice that time. I don't know what food truck he hit out there, but it's good nonetheless, and it's 28-0. So 2:56 to go here. Piqua up 28-0. Kyle, I'll be back in just a moment. All right, 28-0 your score here. Piqua kicking off. This is going to be Jackson Tremblay. This will be his 6th kickoff of the night, if I'm not mistaken, because they kicked off to start the game. 4 touchdowns. I'll take it back 5 kickoffs. Put that in the end zone barely that time. His leg's getting tired. His leg's getting tired, I think. Let's see if we get something going here tonight. Did they have the Powder Puff football game last night? Okay. Is this starting to look a little bit like the Powder Puff football game? I'm talking to Kate Raymert here. Well, kids are playing hard, so let's see if we can't get something going here.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, time didn't run off the clock, so 2:56 to go here, and this is going to be Bush. Hands off inside, and boy, Pick was really storming to the ball now, aren't they? It's like a shark smelling blood in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, we're bleeding.
Yeah, we're bleeding pretty heavily right now. 28-0. And you know, for the most part, offensively, at least until the last possession, we were able to move the ball enough to take time off the clock, but Pick was really turned up the pressure a notch or two, haven't they?
Yeah, 2-yard loss.
Yeah. So it's gonna be.
I think they. Well, I know sometimes we need long yardage, but it seems like we just try and have the passes go too long, and it's definitely not going to work tonight with their pass rush.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, over the middle, picked up
Oh, 3
about
yards.
2 yards, 3 yards. Paid heavily for that, didn't we? That's Million Bryant. Million's going to feel that tomorrow, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I just think if we somehow could have the
I'll tell you, we want to
shorter pass routes, get rid of the ball quicker.
tell you right now, we want to pick up a first down because we don't want to give the ball back to Piqua right now.
Definitely, they've had it enough.
This is 3rd and 7.
See,
Yeah, he's had several of those tipped too. So that's the 3rd pass I know he's had tipped tonight. And that's going to bring up another punting situation. So with 1:30 left, Piqua's going to get the ball one more time here.
That's big for Piqua. That lets them keep their second timeout, so they'll have the ball back just under 1:30 with 2 timeouts. That's more than enough.
Piqua's got 2 timeouts left, as do the Wave. But let's see if Nolan can get this ball out of here and hopefully limit the run back of Sean or
they've been
Roberts.
putting pressure on him. It was a high snap, low kick.
Yeah, low kick, but he got some distance to it, back to the 43.
42 or 3 yard line.
Yeah,
Nice.
good tackle that time out there. And so Piqua, with 1:21, leading 28-0, will start this possession at the Greenville 46-yard line.
I don't think there's any need to really force the ball downfield at this point. Yeah, we're good. Timeouts inside of the 50. Do what you've been doing.
1st and 10.
What do you call here, Coach Kagi? If you're a Piqua Indian follower. Got a 28-point lead, got 1:21. You've scored quickly every possession,
They
it
have
seems.
a long list of plays that have worked.
So far they have. We just haven't been able to come
They
up
got
with an
5
answer.
wideouts. I'm going for a pass.
You think that, what we got here? Delay a game? Nope, false start. That moves it back to the Piqua side of the midfield stripe here, and so this will bring up a 1st and 15.
2 mistakes by the Indians. Bet they'll pay for that on Monday.
Think Bill Neese runs a tight ship over there after 29 years?
I think so.
Probably so. This is 1st and 15, and Uhl under trouble.
Zim missed him.
Oh, has a man wide open for a first down and takes it down. That's Corey Miller, takes it down to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 23 yards. He was wide open. Somebody missed an assignment, or somehow they flooded that side of the field. And so this Brady Uhl does a good job of looking downfield. So 1st and 10 at the Wave 29. And the Wave are going to call timeout. Well, timeout in the field. Again, mentioned that next week Greenville goes over to Butler. That'll be a big game Piqua has next week. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure if anybody in the league can handle them right now, but they have Tip coming into Miami County next. Well, I should say Tip's already in Miami County. But play the Red Devils next week at home. Tip, of course, with that big ball game tonight against the Troy Trojans.
escape to the left, actually able to set his feet. Keep his eye
Big crowd here tonight. Of course, homecoming, you're always going to have a big crowd. And Piqua, of course,
brought a good
Piqua brought a
following as
nice
well.
crowd tonight, too. Yep.
Well, like we said, long time
Rivals.
association and,
Yeah.
and rivalry that only 20-some miles apart.
Goes back clear to what? The original Miami Valley League about 1926 or something like that?
6 or 8 winner. Get him.
Oh, get him. Got him. Nice.
Thrown for a loss.
Nice pressure as Alex Bumgardner wrestles Ewell down from behind. Pick was going to be forced to take a timeout. So an even minute to go here. And 28-0. Hey, might mention that the Greenville girls golf team and the boys golf team, really good seasons thus far. Girls and boys both have sectional play coming up here next week. The girls won the Miami Valley League Championship.
I didn't really hear how the boys did.
The boys, I talked to head coach Brian Stickle the other day. They finished 4th. They had kind of an off day in the league tournament, and then they matched that up with how you finish in the regular season and put them down 4th in the league. 4th out of 10. But the girls, league champs.
Early in the year, I thought the boys had only lost to Butler there initially, but I didn't.
They were 10-2 going into the tournament, and then they just didn't do well. And somehow they mixed the tournament in with the regular season play. So Brian Stickle said they finished 4th in the league. This is Ewell. Oh, man, a nice swing pass. Uh-oh. Oh, he's on the open and takes it right to the house.
Look at this. Look at this.
What is this? There's got to be a penalty back here. Oh, Bart Schmitz is livid. There was a lot going on there between
51 and
Alex Baumgartner. Number 51 was Jacob Boskool, a 6'2", 240-pound junior. Yeah, he and Alex Baumgartner got tangled up back here about the 45-yard line. And
he had him
no
down
call.
on the ground, across him.
I guess he's going for the
kept
pin.
His legs moving, yeah.
Went for the pin.
He definitely had back points.
Regardless, that was a 33-yard touchdown pass. And, Kyle, we're going to have a running clock in the second half here to start things off with. 35-0. So now what do we have? Another penalty?
Roughing the kicker.
Oh, no, really?
Leon.
Well, things get a little out of control here in the last minute of the first half.
If he got knocked into the guy here, we need to.
They're going to discuss that.
We need your replay.
Yeah. Anyhow, 35-0 your score here. We'll figure it out later on. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, after all that's said and done, it looks like
from the 45.
This could go out of the
stadium.
Out of the stadium here on this. Jackson Tremblay.
The potato truck better wake up.
5, 6. Let's see, 5, 6. This will be 7th kickoff here in the first half. And 35-0. So that's going to be a running clock here in the second half to start with. I think it's 30 points?
30. He ought to be working on a chip shot. He ought to be trying to get some height.
Yeah, he needs to hit a wedge here or something. Nope. Just pounds it. Yeah, and the ball will come out to the wave 20. Yeah, you almost thought that had been like a pooch type of kick that time, see what would have happened.
Or hit a squib or something.
Something that way. Make us field it, yeah.
Field it.
Yeah.
With their skill and our unluck, they probably bury us down.
So,
deeper.
Kyle, when you're down 35-0 here and you're deep in your own territory and there's only 49 seconds left, you just take a knee once or twice and, get into locker room at halftime, or what would you suggest?
Oh, you still want to try and be productive. Like you say, we've been moving the ball.
Yeah. At least there we go.
Crampton right up the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. We've probably picked up 7, 8 first downs here tonight, I would assume, so far, if not more. And the clock runs at 40 seconds.
But they're sending 5 to 6 guys every play.
Yep. Hayden Bush did.
Our linemen aren't going to pick them all up.
Hayden Bush did a nice job of faking that time to Crampton, and then kept it and picked up about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah.
There's only 22 seconds left. Let's get another play or two in here. And this is going to be Bumgardner flanked out wide left. And hands off to Crampton again. There's going to be a flag thrown in there. At least I thought I saw a flag come in. I must be seeing. No, there's a flag over here.
It's on
Another call.
Bumgardner.
Is that on Bumgardner or is it on the
Yep.
Piqua player?
No, Bumgardner.
Oh.
Took his helmet off and said something.
Oh. Yeah, we're moving backwards. So with 4 seconds left, a penalty, and it's been a lot of laundry out there on the field in about the last half of this second quarter.
Now you take your knee.
Now you take the knee. Now you take the knee. Yeah, a little frustration on the wave part.
The defender threw Bumgardner down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't illegal. I think he's just frustrated.
Yeah.
Said something, took his helmet off.
Well, they called holding against Greenville, and then a dead ball. Yeah, that's going to really move us. Not that it makes any difference now. Just snap the ball and let's go in the locker room here at halftime.
So clock stopped with 4 seconds to play.
One knee should do it. 35-0. In case you just joined us, Greenville had the opening kickoff and kept the ball for the first 6 minutes of this ball game. Moved it down into Piqua territory, and then was forced to punt, and we had a
7-0 at quarter.
Yeah, right.
Because we were thrilled that they'd only scored once.
Really, our first two possessions, maybe even most of the third possession, we moved the ball, but that's it. Well, anyhow, that's the end of the first half here. Miami Valley League play as Piqua goes in the locker room with a 35-0 lead. We'll be back in just a moment and interview this year's homecoming queen, Kate. Halftime here on Homecoming 2021 as the Piqua Indians have a 35-0 lead over the Greenville Green Wave. Well, homecoming ceremony was held here earlier, and with us, congratulations to this year's homecoming queen, Kate Raymert. And
Thank
Kate,
you.
that's a big honor, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the events that went on over the course of the entire week here, starting with early in the week, and then let's just take it on through.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Well, at the beginning of this week, we had our dress-up days with school, and we've been, competing for the Spirit Trophy, so that's been going on all week.
So when you say dress-up day, what do you mean exactly?
So on Friday we had, I think, maybe that was Senior Citizen Day, and we had Hippie Day, and you just dress up fancy, and then you get points for however many kids participate. Yep.
Okay, and then they're going to pass out a trophy here sometime, I assume.
Soon. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and then there was a Powder Puff game last night?
Yes. I'm a senior, and sadly the seniors didn't win, but it was still fun. It was still really fun.
Okay. Now, the parade last night was great because last year with all the COVID stuff, it was a drive-by parade where everybody was sat and then people drove their cars around. That was a great night for it.
Yeah,
and,
it was. Oh, it
a lot of fun,
was. Yes, for sure. I loved seeing everyone, seeing a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a long time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So anyhow, kind of describe this afternoon after you got home from school. Got all dressed up, and then what all did you have to do?
So then I met up with my friends, and we had to get our corsages on and get all dolled up, and then it was just a bunch of pictures. Pictures. Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
And then figuring out all the plans. Everyone was super nervous, but it was still so much fun.
Yes, it is. And a beautiful night for it, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of plans, what are your plans now in the future after you graduate from Greenville High School?
So after I graduate, I'm not quite sure what school I want to go to. I'm thinking maybe Miami or Ohio State, but I want to...
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
You're going to Miami, okay?
Okay,
I spent 7 of the best years of my life there. So
Okay, got
both my
it.
daughters went there.
All right, sweet.
Okay, so we're going to Miami, and you're going to do
got
what?
It. That's the plan. I want to study education. I want to be a professor, in some sort of math field.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you really so you're taking AP calculus?
Yeah, that's what I'm in right now.
No, are you taking other classes then? In AP?
Yeah, I took AP Stat last year. I've been trying to stay on top of all the math classes, so that's the plan.
Okay, so you'll have some college credits before you leave.
Yes. Yep. Through Edison.
Okay. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, this has been Kate Raymert. Again, congratulations.
Yeah,
and
thank you
you know
so
what
much.
I always tell? We've been doing this a long time. I always tell each girl that's selected homecoming queen, from now on, whether it's 10 years from now or 50 years from now, when you go to your class reunion, you are the homecoming queen.
Oh yes. Oh, that's so exciting.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, congratulations again,
Thank
and
you so
enjoy
much.
the rest of the dance tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Right?
Will do for sure.
You dance tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yeah,
Congratulations
thank you.
again. good.
Thank you so
Kate
much.
Raymert, this year's 2021 Homecoming Queen. We'll be back in just a minute and take a look at some halftime stats here. Once again, Piqua leading 35-0, and we'll be back in just a minute. And Kyle Kagi back here, halftime, coming to wrap it in here at Harmon Field as Piqua's Indians have just dominated play here, especially in the second quarter. Have a 35-0 lead, so we'll have a running clock here in the second half. Kyle, you take a look at the stats here. Greenville, the first possession or two, moved the ball pretty well, took time off the clock, and then, boy, quick strike offense by Piqua just opened things up. And then that second quarter just really laid the wood to us, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. It's been a ball control game for them. We've had, I don't know how many plays we would have had that second quarter. They score fast. And
well, yeah, for example, Piqua 24 plays in the first half, 289 yards total offense. Greenville 30 plays, but only 88 total yards. Yeah, time of possession's not too bad. Piqua 12:52, Greenville 11:08. Penalties. Greenville 5 penalties for 62 yards, but Piqua 7 penalties, 133 yards worth of penalties. Wow, that's a lot of penalties. Anyhow, take a look here. Josiah Medley. Yeah, Josiah Medley had 5 carries for 70 yards in that first half, 41-yard touchdown run. Brady Uhl, 7 of 9 passing for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Drayshawn Roberts, 2 receptions, 88 yards and a touchdown. And Medley also a 33-yard reception for a touchdown. On the Greenville side of the ledger, Hayden Bush, 11 rushes for 35 yards. Hayden Bush, 3 of 8 passing for only 20 yards. Million Bryant, recipient of all those passes. The longest one was 9 yards. So just pretty much total domination in that second quarter. Well, to start the second half, Piqua gets the ball. And, again, this is a running clock. And, Kyle, you want to explain a little bit about how that works?
Well, I don't know how many years ago they put this in, but when a team is ahead, when you go into the second half by 30 points or more, then the clock doesn't stop unless there's a timeout.
Or maybe an injury or something.
Injury. Yeah, so it speeds up the game. You're looking at a dominance factor.
Yeah, right. And you want to keep kids from getting hurt and stuff like that when you're playing somebody superior right there. Well, there we tried an onside kick to start the second half, and Piqua recovers, and Piqua's going to start at just their side of the midfield stripe at the Piqua 49-yard line. Be interesting to see how long Piqua keeps their starters in. I assume they'll probably go with the starters the first possession or two.
They're there now.
Yeah. Well, 35-0. The clock's already running. Down to 11:35, and Uhl hands ahead. Boy, just keeps going. Nice run. Boy, what strong running that time. That was Josiah Medley. Picked up 8 yards there, and it looked like it was hit about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Just kept knocking people out of the way.
Gravity, and he's able to keep those feet turning, so even through contact, he's still able to get that forward.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. Boy, he's tough to stop. Nice. He's going to take it all the way to the house. How about Medley with a 43-yard touchdown run? And that time, he just ran through a couple Greenville kids, and one of them was that Dominic Baker. Yeah. When we talked about Dominic, he's played really well this year. But tell you what, when you're 5'9", 105, and you see a guy like Josiah Medley coming at you at 6'1", 200 pounds with speed, that's a little bit of a mismatch right there. And all of a sudden, it's 41-0. Medley now has 113 yards plus 8, 121 yards rushing here and 2 touchdowns. Trombley iced his leg down at halftime, and it's 42-0. He's a perfect
He's still good.
6 for 6 in extra points. And tell you what, that's pretty impressive. He's 38 of 40 on extra points this year. That's a lot of point after touchdowns, and that's a heck of a good percentage of makes, isn't it?
And he's yet to have a kickoff returned by our receiving team because he kicks them all in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, 42-0, and the clock does stop, but that only took 1 minute and 2 seconds, Ty. I don't know why I'm calling you Ty. You're much handsomer than Ty House. Ty's, by the way, Ty's down, I think, in Hilton Head, if I'm not mistaken. This is Kyle Kagi. So Kai Tai, you know. We'll get that right about the end of the ball
Sounds
game
like
here.
a Japanese drink.
Well, yeah, we're glad you folks are joining us here at the Wave at GHS on YouTube on a Friday night. Just a perfect night for football, except for the score of the ball game right now. Weather-wise, it's perfect.
Yep, great fall weather.
Yep. Here's Trombley to kick off again, and unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's a touchback. He's just a junior, by the way. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. Let's get the ball snapped and then get the clock running because 42-0. This is a team that beat Fairborn last week, what, 77-0? Did I read that right?
Yeah, they scored 35 points in the first quarter and the second quarter for 70-0.
It was
at half.
70-0 at half.
And then they did call off the dogs. And
oh, my.
Somebody from the radio said there for Piqua that a lot of their younger players then got an opportunity to play.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's see if Greenville can put a drive together here and get something started. Ball came loose. And let's see, did Greenville get it back? Evidently did.
I think they got it back and tried to run with it.
Yeah.
And lost.
Well, we lost about 7 yards, back to about the 12, 13-yard line here.
Oh, they got the ball.
Oh, Piqua recovered.
They were running it.
Oh, Piqua was running it. Okay. Yeah, it looked like a rugby scrum out there. You didn't know who had what. Well, all of a sudden, Piqua was ready to score again
Inside
here.
the 15.
Oh, my. That's the last thing we needed there.
They still got the big dogs in, too.
Yeah.
You can imagine for Greenville in the second half.
And clock continues to move mercifully, I should say. Well, let's see what happens. This is going to be Uhl has a man open, turns it, and wrestled down at the 5. So, yeah, gain of 8. Colton Booker with the reception that time, and Booker is a 6'2". Everybody over there right now is about 6 foot and about 200 pounds, and that's the running backs and the end receivers. Well, let's see if Kemp gets in. Yeah, he's going to be stopped. Yeah,
maybe 1 or 2.
That'll be a 1st and goal.
Yeah, first down.
Well, note to self: don't schedule Piqua as a homecoming opponent next year.
Oh.
Well, it wouldn't be. That'd be over at Piqua next year, but.
Yeah, it would have been nice for the kids to experience the win last week on a homecoming night.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, this is 1st and goal from the 2. And oh, Kemp got hit. I don't know if he gained any or not.
Oh, Bush lost his helmet. Gee,
how come the helmets are popping off like that? What kind of straps we got on these things?
Apparently not very good. I don't see how they're coming off so easily.
Oh, well.
Particularly with the rule, you got to leave the field of play for a play.
Exactly. Of course, if that was me out there, I'm getting pounded. I might take it off myself. 8:35 as the clock continues to run here.
He just made the big play.
Yeah.
Stay out there.
2nd and goal and
another dive. Oh, quarterback.
Yep.
Come on, come up.
he got in.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes it 48-0. Brady Uhl.
They really like to do down there is get him involved in the running game. After that first and goal.
Well, I would assume that pretty soon we'll see Piqua's second team come in here. Well, that's too bad we had that turnover right away like that. And this, not much fun for anybody right now other than Piqua kids. Piqua, the 2nd and 3rd team, thinking they're getting ready to get and do a little Friday night light action here, huh?
Yeah, I'm sort of wondering if that group down there is.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I know those are the studs. That's Josiah Medling.
Well, Tremblay's now perfect 7 for 7. Well, with 8:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Piqua 49, Greenville nothing. Kyle and I'll be back in just a moment. Piqua kicking off again with a 49-0 lead here and a running clock, and soon the ball's put in play, and this is going to be Bryant. And Million gets it about 20. And Greenville have first set. Let's talk a little bit about Million Bryant. We had Kate Raymond here, the homecoming queen, and Million Bryant last night was crowned Chief Greenwave, and a little bit of background on Million.
Yeah, I was pleased to hear the description of his accomplishments here in high school so far. He's class president, senior class. He's in the NJROTC program. I forget what instrument, French horn or something they say plays in the band. He plays multiple sports.
So, well-rounded individual then,
Good student.
Good.
Yeah, not many dents in his armor. He's a good kid, and he was well deserving of the honor.
Okay. Well, there must have been a penalty called there because Greenville is going to have 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line now. And the clock winds. Down to 8 minutes here in the third quarter.
Quick dive with Crampton.
They seem to have kept their first-team defense in, haven't they?
I don't know. I think some of those guys up front are a little different. 22, was he in there before?
Yeah, I think so.
53, 51, yeah, they were both in there. 23s.
Yep. I'll say if they've subbed anybody in there, they've gone from like 275 down to 255. That's a big bunch of kids. I don't know what's going on over there, but they've got a crew right now that's got size and speed. Good ball club, just a really good ball club. Be interested to see how they do in the playoffs. Oh, he's going to get crunched. Boy, he got drilled that time. Who was that with the tackle there?
53. Dobbins, they're saying.
Ryan Dobbins.
Wyatt Dobbins.
Wow. Yeah. Hayden Bush turned his back, and it's a good thing, or he's taking that right in the face. 49-0, and the clock continues to run at 6:45 here in the third quarter.
That's what I was saying. The passing game for us, particularly against this team, it has to be quick releases. He does not have time.
Yeah. Well, it's just a veteran, talented line. Oh, nice run by Brock Short. Boy, I tell you, he ran hard to pick up yardage there, didn't he?
Apparently,
yeah.
Brock got up and was.
Brock won the happy camper there. He thought he had a face mask or something there.
Argued with the official, and the coach took him
out.
Piqua
Piqua's got a man down on the field there. Well, 6:19 to go here, third quarter, a running clock situation. Piqua up 49-0. Kyle and I'll be back in just a moment. Wyatt Dobbins helped off the field there. Had a big hit on Hayden Bush to play before, and now helped off the field here on this resulting play where Brock Short picked up. Let's see, it's 4th and 10, right? Got back to the original line of scrimmage. So 4th and 10.
Nolan's ready to punt another one.
Yeah, Nolan's going to have a sore leg by tomorrow, isn't he?
He had a 46-yard long punt there earlier.
Yeah.
That one.
Not this time. This is going to be Strayer with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Knock him out of bounds. That's it. Took that about the 39-yard line and ran it back to the Greenville 30, where are they going to mark it? It was a nice run back regardless. 5:52 left here.
38 or 9?
Yeah, as soon as the ball's spotted, clock will crank and
39.
39-yard line. So 22-yard return. Saw a little opening down the sideline there and made a nice return out of it.
So other starters in.
That's like you said, that you think by now you'd want to get you started out, if no other reason, just to avoid injury. Nice tackle.
Nice. Cramp, or no.
Yeah, Truman Nicholas with a big hit that time on Bryson Roberts. I mean, he stuck him for a loss of 3. Truman Nicholas, one of the senior co-captains. Truman started last year as a defensive back, and then he ended up played center about the last half. Yeah, offensive center, yeah. That was quite a conversion, wasn't it, from defensive back to offensive center? You don't see that every day of the week. There'll be a flag here. Boy, the linen is flying here. Yeah, I'm real surprised that Bill Neese hadn't taken the starters out of here. Yeah. Well, evidently he's taking them out because
Here comes a whole new crew.
Yep, whole new crew.
2nd and 17.
Indians offense, and that is
Well, we'll have to see who's the quarterback out there now.
Uh,
Well, yeah, he just brought in the whole second unit.
takes the snap, gives it to the running back up the middle.
That's number 21 with the carry that
15
time.
is the
That's Andrew Miller. Quarterback's number 15,
Kai
and that's
Warner.
Kai Warner. All right. We called his name once or twice tonight. Other situations. Warner is a 6'1" sophomore.
Experience as he might be taking the reins over the coming years there at that running back position.
And clock moves down to 4 minutes. Again, this is one of those situations where you almost just hope the clock keeps running and running and running.
yeah, can't go fast enough.
Can't go fast enough. We had that the Fairborn game when we won 77-0. There's more movement in there. Boy, Piqua is piling up the yardage, aren't they, penalty-wise?
Well,
Yeah.
I understand the rookie's just coming in.
Now all excited. Yep, ready to go. It's going to move it back to the Piqua side of the field. So 3rd and 16, 3rd and 21 now at the Piqua 49. Well, he got hammered that time. Who brought him down? Nicholas?
Again. I don't know if
Along with
Crampton
Crampton,
tripped him up.
yeah. Yep. Michael Crampton coming in tonight was, he was 3rd in the league, I think it was, in tackles. No, 1st in the league, excuse me. 1st in the league with 60 tackles. Now you can look at that.
Ryan Crampton. I think you said Michael.
Oh, and I said Michael Ryan Crampton,
Right.
excuse me.
His brother's on the team too. isn't he?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's over here, number 12, the 2 Cramptons. Anyhow, Ryan Crampton was leading the MVL in tackles, and that, you look at that, that could be good or bad.
Well, they're punting. We're trying to block it.
Yeah,
Million, watch out.
big bounce. They just down it there. Okay, big Greenville ball about the 22-yard line. Looks like we're going to keep the original starting lineup in there. For the Wave, might mention 53 out there is A.J. Schaefer. 73 is Chase Drew. Some of the linemen. Again, this is a young offensive line. Jack Royer's out there. Number 55 is Jason Byram, although he's a senior.
He's a senior, yeah. And you got Truman.
Yeah.
Nichols at center.
And is this a second team defense for Piqua? Looks like they're not near as big, right? See if Brock Short can get outside here.
This is fast.
Oh, whoa. That was a pretty nasty hit there. That came up high, didn't it? That Kai Warner came across and just leveled him. And he came up under his chin strap there, didn't he?
Yeah, that was delivering a blow.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was just about out of bounds. I'm surprised there wasn't a little more howls of protest from the Greenville sideline on that. Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 1. Is Brock Short just finding going pretty tough the last 2 ball games here. Well, he got hurt last week, but well, here's a young lady walking by. I don't know what class is that, Michael?
Down there.
Is that the juniors that won?
On the street.
Right down here in front. She's bringing a trophy up here. That must be the Spirit Trophy. That's the juniors won the Spirit Trophy. Oh. Hey. Oh. This is going to be Bush with a nice keeper there. Fooled me. I thought he'd get
pitched.
it. And then a pitch. How about that? Yeah,
Nice
Short will
job.
pick up some yardage off of that. That was a really late, you almost call it a lateral that way, huh?
Yeah,
When you're out in the open field like that.
Amazingly, the Short stayed in position to receive.
Yeah.
Well, no, they stayed in position to receive the pitch off the option.
Huh. Well, 45 seconds left here,
Royer's
1st
taking
and
a
10.
play in.
Yeah. Yeah, ball's at the Piqua 45, going against the second unit here of Piqua's defense. Let's see if
Yeah,
we
they
can.
need to get on the board just to feel a little better about themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. Whoops.
Oh, watch out.
Look at ball's loose,
Watch out.
falling. I think Brock Short got it back, didn't he?
Yeah.
The snap was a little high. You know, really this year, we haven't had too many bad snaps from center.
That we did have one last week, though. That
Oh, did you?
created. We were going in for a potential score and lost the opportunity
that's too bad.
to put some points on the board on that particular possession.
Yeah, Kyle was here with Ryan Berry last week. Ty, who seems like he's always on vacation, was gone, and then I was up in West Point, New York, watching Miami and Army at the United States Military Academy, so missed the ball game last week. Well, hey, that wraps up 3/4 of play here, and it's 49-0. And we'll be back in a little bit and have the fourth quarter of action here as you listen to this on the Wave at GHS. So in the fourth quarter, running clock situation, and Hayden Bush back to pass.
Swing pass
out here to Crampton. Boom. Boy, that's a good stick.
Number 9.
That was Schmeezing in there. What's he doing
That's
in there?
Burger or whatever you said his name
Booker.
was. Booker.
Well, hey, they got Hare in there. They got Schmeezing in there. So they got some of their first teamers. Roberts out there. So they've kept most of their first team defense in here to start this quarter. Huh. That's strange.
Trying to preserve the shutout.
Yeah, I guess. It's going to be 3rd and 15 at the 49-yard line.
There goes 2 regulars out.
No.
I don't know.
Going to have to hustle. See if 52's got the speed.
Snap the ball.
You going to make it? Timeout. Yeah, we had to avoid too many men on the field call there, didn't it? So anyhow, so Greenville goes to Butler next week. And Piqua, as we mentioned, will be at home against Tip City. You know, some of the scores, Sydney was beating who was Sydney playing tonight, had a 22-6 lead over somebody. I know that they said that Tri-Village and Arcanum were 20-20.
Tied, yeah.
Yeah. That's been an interesting situation. The head coach at Arcanum is Jason Schondelmeyer, and he started the program at Tri-Village about 6 years ago, then moved back to Arcanum. And he's got a son that's a quarterback's being pretty highly thought of and recruited.
Run it.
Oh, brought down at the 45-yard line. Hayden Bush kind of caught from behind there. Yeah, this will bring up 4th down and 10. Hey, might as well go for it, right?
We're punting.
Oh, no. Well, you know, what the heck. Little difference in philosophy there between the Greenville coaching staff and yours truly.
Well, they are at midfield, and 10 yards is a bunch to ask. We got a flag.
Boy, I tell you what, this crew's been fairly active throwing the laundry around, haven't they? Too many men on the field. Hey, going to go for it now. That's a 5-yard penalty, so it makes it 4th and 5, so it's doable. Bart Schmidt says, let's get a first down here. Let's see what we can do.
I think I run their option again. That's what I'd do.
Well, there's 9:50 left, and it's 4th and 5 now as a result of the penalty on the Indians. See if we can pick it up. Another tip pass. That's the 4th pass has been tipped tonight. Piqua's done a really good job of just getting their hands up. If they can't get to him, and they've gotten to him a lot, but when they can't get to him, they just get their hands up, and that's the 4th pass that's been tipped. So.
Yep, they're well coached.
And that's going to give it back over to the Indians. And as soon as the ball's set, the ref will wind the clock and see if we can melt some time off this clock here.
Maybe we should have done
there, he wound it. Done what?
Maybe we should have done a quick kick.
You know, it's been a while since I've seen that. I mean, I know
it's. Seen it forever.
Yeah. Not only here at high school, but also at college and pro levels.
Well, they do.
Ben Roethlisberger do that for Pittsburgh every now and then, the Steelers. Okay, well, this is pretty much Piqua's second unit here. Ty, one young man in there for Piqua you commented on earlier. Number 70 is Bryce Deal, a junior, 5'8", 324.
He's playing.
Number 70, yeah.
He is one
stout young man.
Fire plug. playing left guard.
Yeah, 2nd and 8.
And right guard is no tiny guy. That's 71.
Uh-oh, this is going to be Kai Warner. Keeps
James
it.
Park.
He got kind of pounded in there, and host of wave tacklers in on that.
That right guard, it says he's 6'3", 309.
Man.
Sophomore.
He's just naturally big boys, and they must put him on weights then and stuff. Hit the weight room. Especially for a sophomore, yeah. They haven't missed any meals, yeah, that's right. Speaking of meals, I'd like to thank the folks at the Don's bringing pizza in here at halftime. Had a little Buffalo Ranch pizza, opened up my sinuses, and then they had like a Hawaiian type of pizza with, pineapple on it, and I believe you went with the standard pepperoni.
That's right.
Nothing flashy for Coach Kagi here tonight. Oh, got hammered down short of the first down marker, and it'll bring up a 4th and 1 or 4th and 2.
Long 2. No, 2.
Piqua has not punted tonight, have they?
Nope. They're not going to now either.
And they're not going to now. No, what the heck. 7:25 to go as the clock
Yeah, nice.
winds down, and we jump, and it's going to be an automatic first down for the Indians.
Bush, why'd you do that?
Who got it on 51?
61.
61?
Jumped. Or at least he was one.
Ty Bush?
One of them, yeah. Oh, that's costly.
That's too bad. That's too bad. That'll be one of the things that will be discussed in practice next week, I'm sure. Even though it's 49-0 right now, I still don't want to see that.
And what always even upsets the coaches more is when it's a down lineman you can't get any closer to the ball than where he was.
That's right.
If he was snapping it himself, and he goes on the cadence instead of watching the ball.
Well, the ball's going to be at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8, and
they're just going to eat up the clock on us.
Yeah.
Even if
Well, hey, yeah, just hang on. Don't snap it yet. Play clock still has 17 seconds to go. There are some big young men even on this second unit. You're right.
Oh, yeah, they're loaded.
Wow. And he's just going to run out here. Get him. Oh, that's a nice little run that time. Kai Warner gets the first down. But they're going to mark him about the 35.
Yeah,
that's a nice run.
Make that first guy miss with that little stiff arm and pick up the first down. I think he'll be in good hands when he takes over, assumingly here in not next year but the following year.
5:30 to go. This second unit probably like get the ball in the end zone, wouldn't they? Of course, this all turns around, so here by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Greenville's JV team will be over at Piqua at Alexander Field here. That makes for short nights, doesn't it? You had that when you coached. Didn't you have the JV game the morning after the varsity game?
Yeah, the only good thing about it was that they rotated, so
you didn't have to do it every Saturday morning.
It wasn't every.
Seems like you just barely get home, and then you're getting up to get on the bus and go to the other team's field, huh? Well, he got hit. Oh, he broke loose, and then he got hit again.
I think Nolan Curtis brought him down.
Yeah, Truman Nicholas, and I think Million Bryan had him first, and then 54 comes in for the wave. That'd be Brennan Harper,
and
along with number 53 there, A.J. Schaefer back in.
No, the bad thing on those Saturday mornings is we'd be in there at 6.
Oh, gee.
Grading film.
Oh, and then you'd have to get on the bus.
Got on the bus to go to the
my!
game.
What coach did that to you?
All of them.
All of them. You might be the head man when it came to wrestling, but you were the peon when it came to football.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Miller takes it up, gets maybe a yard.
Larry Masters used to be the magnificent clicker. If you watched a play once, you watch it about 10 times. Yeah. Click, click, click it. You run it back and forth, run it back and forth. This time, Larry, we got to get on the bus here in a little bit. We're not going to get this film graded if you keep doing that.
Well, the ball's at the 39-yard line here. Piqua's second team offense trying to take it down the field a little bit more here. Only 3:33 left of this running clock has really helped quite a bit, hasn't it? Oh, nice. Nice.
Don't let him go.
Nice tackle, and who was that?
13.
Emilion Bryant. Okay, well, that's going to bring up a fourth down here.
Or better known as the Chief.
The Chief. Chief Green Wave. That started back, about the early 90s, I think it was, when we started having like a Chief Green Wave on the Thursday night before homecoming?
Because Dave Peltz was one of the first ones.
Yeah, he would have been like graduated in 92?
So, but he was one of the
that's what
first
I thought.
ones to do it.
Yeah. Oh, this is Piqua's first punt.
18 punted.
That is Tremblay.
Hey.
Who's kicked?
37's is Emilion.
Boy,
Wasn't
Emilion got
expected to
racked
be
that
hit.
time. He called a fair catch, didn't he? And got hit?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Said, come on, I raised my hand.
Huh.
Maybe that guy's related to the one that we hit earlier.
Yeah.
Payback.
Well, that was Jackson Tremblay. I'm surprised his leg's still going because he's kicked off 8 times and had 7 for 7 perfect extra point attempts. He's got to be a tired young man. They're going to. Okay. Well, as soon as they spot the ball, they'll wind it here. We're down to 2:36, and really, this second half's gone by in probably just a little over about 35 minutes. It's only 9 o'clock right now. I think there's a ball game on when we get home. Iowa and Maryland, which could be a decent ball game. Or I'll go home and say hello to my wife, who I haven't seen all day.
Crampton, go, buddy, go.
Yeah, picks up about 7 yards there or so. Takes it out to the 33, 34-yard line. Just a little over 2 minutes left here in tonight's contest.
I would like to see Short maybe get it once and break one that maybe
add some yardage to the total here.
outrun some of their JVs or not.
Well, I don't think he's in there right now.
That's what I'm saying. I was sort of looking for him on the sideline. Didn't see him.
Yeah, Crampton. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Nice run that time. Crampton takes it to the Piqua 47. That's a nice run that time. 17, 20 yards.
Oh, he's an underclassman, too. I was sort of thinking he was a senior. He's a junior.
Nope.
Now under 120 now inside Indians territory up to the 47-yard line, first and 10.
Yeah, let's see. Think we have a shot here, Kyle? Nice little run. Picked up some yards.
The Crampton show.
Yeah.
Down to a minute, though. Hurry it up. Better go hurry up offense if you want to get on the board there, Coach. You're under a minute. Must be just keep running the same play.
Yeah, just keep handling it off to him. They can't stop it, keep running it. Down to 45 seconds left. Well, you called it. There he goes again. Broke a tackle. Broke another.
Call timeout. Got 3 of them. Oh, come on.
30 seconds left. Well, the Wave have all 3 timeouts.
That's what I'm saying. Why? You're moving the ball down the field, whether it's JVs or not. Get on the board.
Yeah. Oh, that snap came back. Wasn't expecting it. Hit Hayden Bush right in the face mask. Well, that'll probably wrap things up there. And I think that's it.
His headset off.
Well, that's the final score here at Harmon Field as Piqua's Indians come over and kind of ruin a little bit of the luster on Greenville's homecoming night with a 49-0 win. And Kyle and I will wrap things up here in just a minute. Well, Piqua's Indians come over to Darke County and take home a 49-0 win on Greenville's homecoming night. And Greenville started out strong, First couple possessions, we maintained possession. First 6 minutes of the ball game, moved the ball down the field. Same thing, second possession, and then boy, a quick strike by Josiah Medley made it 7-0 into 1, and then everything broke loose in the second quarter.
There aren't very many accents of how good their team is. Then there are no weaknesses. Their run game is strong. Their passing game is strong. Their size and physicality is just
plus their
obvious.
Speed. Plus their speed.
And team speed. I mean, I don't know what they're lacking. They aren't lacking the kicking game.
No, they definitely are. Yeah, in your pregame notes, Kyle, scribbled some things down, and one thing you said was Piqua, they don't appear to have many weaknesses. I don't think they have any weaknesses right now that we've seen. Now, they might run into somebody that's going to match up size-wise to them by the time they get in the playoffs, but I don't see anybody in the league right now that's going to be able to touch them right now.
Not that we've seen. Now, we haven't seen the stronger crew of teams that we are going to see here in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But
and like we said earlier, we're really in that tough stretch where we're playing all the teams up in the Miami division. So Butler, and then Tip, and then Troy, and boom, that's 3 more tough opponents for the Wave coming up here. So anyhow, just complete domination from the second quarter on by a really, really strong Piqua team that's deserving of ranking 5th in the state. They might even move up a little bit. Who knows?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're well deserving of their 7-0 record. It's obvious they work very hard, like you were saying. How much weight room work must they be doing to have the size kids that they have?
Yeah.
It's a part of their mentality there in that community. I remember when I was coaching track that with their throwers who are football players, you went to football workouts before you went to track practice.
Okay.
That's the way it was back at that time. So there's a mystique.
There's that
mystique
mentality, tradition over there.
Yeah, those were the expectations.
Yeah. Well, hey, anyhow, we'll go back to the drawing board, and better luck for the Wave next week over at Butler. I'd like to thank Michael Bryant and Shane Bragg, as always.